I'm back to do another video. I filmed this video already, and by the time I got to listen to it, some kind of reason, some kind of way, I don't know, the sound was not there. But I'm going to try to repeat exactly everything that I did say in the first one. Um, there's something big that's coming. Um, I had a dream this morning, and it's something that no one will be able to stop. It's something that um, no one will be able to escape from. So something really big is about to happen. The world is going through birthing pains, and like I said in my other video, the seals have been broken, and it's only going to get much worse. And these things have to happen um, in order for it to um, become better. Um, so basically, it has to get worse before it can get better. And I've said this a couple times that we are in the end times, and there's so many things that are happening around the world. Just recently here, this plane and this military helicopter collided, and everyone died. Um, and then another plane, something else went down somewhere else. Um, if you say the fires or whatever, or how it happened, but it was basically a failure. So, which means the grid is falling. A lot of things are falling. So, in this dream, I'm running across a bridge, and there's a lot of people with me running. And as I'm running across this bridge, there is a lot of people, um, running behind. A lot of people are running behind me. And as I get to this bridge, um, there is Bluetooth pairing. There is as I get across this bridge, there is there's a boat, and there's like kind of like a ferry dock or something like that. But you can tell that this was for people that were there for um, like it was a tourist boat, kind of like. And I was waving my hands, telling the woman to stop, 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 stop. I'm steady waving, my hands, trying to get her to stop, trying to get her to stop the boat. So, you know, um, because there was a lot of people running behind me. And Bluetooth connected. Basically, when I got to where I needed to get to, um, there was, when I got to where I needed to get to, there was the woman started to take off. And this was not a big boat, but it was a small boat. But I guess it looked like it was a part of the ocean, but it was like a docking area, but it was in the city and stuff like that. So um, once I got to that part, once I got there, then she wouldn't stop the boat. She started pulling off. So I jumped on the boat as she was pulling off. I jumped on the boat. I jumped on the boat as she was pulling off, and there were people that were running behind me, and basically there was a tsunami, headed that way. this happens was during the daytime. And then I don't know how or why or where, but the scene changed because I never seen myself get off the boat or nothing. I wind up in a van or some kind of tour bus or SUV or something like that, and I'm with a group of people. And this man's like, he came, I guess, a long way to because he adopted a child or whatever, and this child, he was disappointed about the things that were going on, things that happened, and we get to this one-story building where you can see windows and stuff like that. You can see lights in the inside. Where this was, I don't know, but as I get outside of the van and I hear this rumbling going on, like, and all of a sudden I look up and I see a wall of water. I see a big wall of water, and I just start running away from the water. And I got to this part to where it was like the end of the street, but it was going this way, but in front of that was a gate. By the time I got to that end of that street, the water had hit me from behind. And I went through that and I immediately straight dropped. And I was on my back as I was when I was going down. And I can see where it just getting further and further from up at the top of the water to the point I was trying to start swimming, but I blacked out. Wherever you are, coastal, around the world, be aware of what's happening, what's going on. I don't hardly like looking at the news because there's so much darkness, so much evil that is out right now. Pay attention to the coastal lines, pay attention to fault line cracks, pay attention to when they speak about earthquakes and things of that nature. I don't know if there's something that will happen man-made. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I know that the earth is going through birthing pains and it's going to get much worse. It has to get worse before it can get better. I've said before in my videos that we are in the end times. We're literally living in the end times. A time of Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's just so much happening. So much happening. Systems are failing. Power is failing. Planes are failing. Things are just going off everywhere. And whether you believe it or not, whether you believe in Nibiru, there's a lot of darkness and hatred coming from this place ripples through space and time, that it has an effect on every planet, every timeline, and every person, and has an effect on the weather. It has an effect on the people as well and how they act. Forget about whether you think, when there's a full moon, people are like crazy. When it comes to this Nibiru, there's always a full moon because it never stops. The moon stays full. To you, it looks like it's a half a moon, it's a quarter moon. It's always full. It's just the same as the sun. The sun never goes down because it doesn't. The sun doesn't go down. We travel around it, but the sun doesn't ever go down. The sun is always shining, whether it's on the moon or not on the moon. The moon has no light coming from it. So that eye up there is always seeing everything. So whether it shows a reflection from the moon of light, but the sun doesn't ever go down because it sees everything. The sun doesn't ever sleep. So what I'm telling you is that be aware of what's going on. It's not only affecting the earth, but it's affecting the people as well. Because the people are going through birthing pains as well. Because all it takes is their top to pop. And calamity happens. It's the same as Las Vegas when the man went there with this futuristic car, and it was a bulletproof car, and he thought he was going to blow up the building. This planet affects everyone. And it's 10 times the size of the earth, so you can imagine the ripple effect that comes off of it, the negative energy. So I'm telling you, be aware of what's going on, because what's coming, no one can stop it. No one. Because as I explained, it was daylight, but then when the dream shift, then I was somewhere else. Guess what? That wall of water was still there, still coming. It got me, sent me down. I don't know if that was a ravine. I don't know if that was just a drop off. There's a reason why they had the gate up there and the road just go that way. I don't know. But all I know is that I went straight down. So when my dream switched to one thing to another, and that water was still there, which means no one can escape it. No one. No matter how much money you got, you cannot escape it. Or what's about to come to this earth. I just wanted to put this warning out there for you guys, what the Holy Spirit is showing me. Get your houses in order. Give your Khalils. Be kind, be courteous, be loving to others. Treat them as if how you want to be treated. But what I mean to say is, just as much as you love yourself, love the next person the exact same way as you love yourself. But there are many that don't love themselves. But those that don't love themselves, others show love to them. I'm saying other people, those that do not love themselves, us, we should love them because they don't love themselves. And maybe our love will rub off on them, that they will start loving themselves, that they can love others. Forgive yourself. Forgive is the most important thing. Without forgiveness, you can't move on. So you have to forgive. And you have to forgive yourself, even if the person is not there. Forgive yourself. When you know someone has forgiven you, if you're sensitive enough, and if you are an empath, you will feel it. But if you're not an empath, we're all still connected in some way. You'll feel that this person forgives you. But if they don't, but at least you've done your job. You've done what you were supposed to do, and that was to forgive. This is the most important thing, is forgiving. Is having forgiveness in your heart. Being kind to others. Being upright. Being respectful for all that walk this earth. Be it animals, or be it humans, or be it those that are not from this world. We're all here to evolve. But if you're not evolving, you're going to get left behind. Like I said, there's a boat here waiting. And when that boat leaves, it's gone. I have no control over it. It's the Holy Spirit's job. And if your house is not in order, I don't know what to tell you. I'm only here to deliver a message that there's a boat here. I'm only here to deliver a message. I'm not here to bring you to the Holy Spirit, but I am here to bring you to forgiveness. That's what I'm here for, to bring you to forgiveness. I'm not here to bring you to the Holy Spirit. I'm not here to convert you. I'm not here to change you. But what I am saying is, get your house in order and learn how to forgive. If you do not learn how to forgive, you will be left behind, and there won't be nothing I can do about it. And I've said this in one of my other videos, explaining exactly who I am. So I'm telling you now, get your house in order, because things are about to get really shaky. This world's about to get shaken up like a shaking you've not ever seen in a time of man.